Jake, it's kind of been 1500 madness this morning. What do you make of that heat?
To be fair, we only saw the heat before, and that seemed pretty straightforward, I think. But I hear there were some casualties in the early ones. But yeah, it's I was pretty terrified of this, just because I've done a few diamond leagues, not ran as well as I wanted, and my forte has always been championship racing, but I didn't get to go to trials and practice that, so this was going to be my first one for a very long time. And it was always in the back of my mind whether I had it still, and I feel like I made the right moves there. I wanted to go a bit under the radar and not win it, but that was the safest thing to do, because there was just a bit too many people and a bit too many clips. And I think Brussels, I was on the receiving end of a lot of bad positions and a few spikes and stuff, so the first thing I wanted to do was just get out of that position and stay in the front the whole race, and I did that and I'm through, which is the main thing.
How hard is it to get back into the championship routine when you haven't been in it for a while?
It's a weird one, because you come into these the fittest you've been, so it's like telling yourself that it's like the other races haven't gone as well as you maybe wanted, but you're a much better athlete. For me, it's like a chance for my 8 speed to come in, and I feel like I still have that, so I always hope that in a situation like that, in my head I was like, it's probably bad to be thinking this, but I was like, if I can't get through these sort of rounds and I get out kicked, it's like, I'm probably done here. Like, what am I doing? If that's the only thing I thought I had as my strengths and I don't have it, whereas that felt real good, so I'm confident I can still race, thankfully.
And what kind of ripples does people like Jakob going out send through the rest of the field? Does it start changing mindsets?
I don't think Jakob was necessarily the one that people were most worried about in this. It was, when we saw him in the heat, it was that massive question mark. It was, you could get Jakob you see every year who's super confident and dominant in races, or you could get one that's not raced all year and is opening up at world champs, and that's what we saw today, which it's not fair enough for actually stepping out and doing it, because he must have known that he probably wasn't in the best shape possible, but you assume that if Jakob steps on the start line, he's still going to be dangerous. But in this event at the moment, there's 60 guys, maybe not quite 60, but there's a lot of guys in every heat that can be dangerous, and you've seen someone go out in these last few heats, so it just shows you the strength and depth of 1500 metre running right now.
What would be a good result for you in this meet?
I just got to make the final to start with. That's the big thing for me. I put so much pressure on getting back and running well these last couple of years, so feeling as though I have to come back to where I left off in 2022, that I just wanted to come into these and just not have any expectation and just enjoy it, and I felt like that was how I was going to get my best running out of me. I still feel that's the case. It's like I have to be on my A game tomorrow and run it like a final probably to get through, and then I still believe that when it comes to a final, anything can happen with anybody. And yeah, I've had a good 5 weeks. I got sick, a stomach bug the week of trials, which knocked me back a bit. I had that 5 days off running, and then just took a while to rebuild my strength, and I think probably Brussels was a little bit of that, and also just an 18-man start line including pacemakers just threw me, and I felt like a little boy again getting pushed around, whereas I feel much more comfortable when everybody's fighting for positions at a slower pace and it's a bit more tactical, so rather than everyone in the same spot on a train, which is what Diamond League running feels like. So yeah, I've got no expectation. I tried to just look around the stadium a little bit on that start line and feel like glad to be there, because it's very easy for us to be daunted and to be overwhelmed by it, but I'd have given anything these last couple of years to be on the World Champ start line, and to actually get here through all the bumps and stuff is pretty special, and that's one job done, and I've got a couple more to go, hopefully.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.